All right, now let's shift our attention to what is happening in Egypt, talking about the proposed African Energy Bank. You're aware that Egypt has pulled out in a bid to not to be part of this initiative. Now, the essence of this project is to fund oil and gas related projects across Africa. Now, for our viewers to understand, we'd like you to give us a background to this proposed African Energy Bank. And don't you think that now that Egypt has pulled out, that will be another setback to the takeoff of this initiative?
Why? Why don't we shift, for example, to Nigeria, for example, the largest, oil and gas reserves on the continent, followed by Angola, followed by internal politics. I mean, we can't quite see the nuances, but yes, it could be any number of things, and the contributing countries to put in their funds. So what I'm saying is somebody should take charge, and if it is a matter of funds, still rally among the oil and gas producing countries to put the desired funds together, add the projects that needs to be done, map out who gets what, it is your turn to build this, and as part of your prioritization for oil and gas, Uganda is building, a major refinery, Tanzania, if all the countries can put their funds together and the confidence is there, the bank can take off. And, that's why I'm saying, for whatever reason, Egypt has decided to pull out. I don't see them as being the key factor to stop an African Energy Bank taking off. If it's funds, then everybody should be disciplined enough to ensure that whatever they have to peg or promise, put it in and start. And that's why I say another country can now take the lead and ensure that if the problem was funds, they take the lead and marshal everyone else. I'm sure at that point in time, if it was funds, then Egypt will come back in. But what I'm saying is that should not derail having an African Energy Bank when we have so many oil and gas producing countries which have the funds, which have surplus funds, that are put into sovereign states. When I say sovereign state, into a sovereign vehicle, and that can be used as part of, the pledge for the bank and for the projects that they want to complete. It's a brilliant idea to have an African Energy Bank to drive the continent's economy.
Funds for this kind of initiative, you have Nigeria contributing about $10 million, followed by Angola, and then Ghana is also making commitment with about $20 million. But what do you make of the proposed initial capital base of $5 billion for this initiative? Do you think that will be enough? And then what do you think, what kind of mechanism should be put in place to ensure there's transparency and also accountability when it comes to the disbursement of this fund so that the purpose intended for this kind of initiative can be achieved?
Yeah, good question. Well, as I was just saying, it has to do with unity of purpose, prioritization. We already have people who are experienced in banking. If each member state has a committee with their individual banking experts on that board, for example, and on that committee with banking experience and following the principles and practices of banking, that should be one of the things that are put into place. Two, as I just said, look at the projects table for these projects, prioritize them, give clarity and clear transactions for that, and apply it, implement it. Therefore, everybody sees and knows who is next on which project and which timeline. The money that is required should be totaled at this point in time, saying, okay, Angola, we are going to build a pipeline from here to Mozambique, or Nigeria, we are going to build a pipeline and connect, Niger and Mali, whatever. What will that cost? And of course, those things are very transparent. You know the cost of that, you know the timetable for that, you have the correct tendering process, you have the people with the expertise and the experience to do what you are requiring done, and you know the clear value and timelines. It's still banking. And therefore, if together the committee gets together and say, okay, we are mapping the next 5 years, what do we need to do? Okay, Nigeria needs to build 9 modular refineries in 9 states in Nigeria. We want to put one out every 6 months, which is easy to do because it's modular, right? And it will cost this amount of money. And Nigeria, okay, we will fund, your modular refineries, over 3 years or 5 years. And you already have the cost of that, the timetable for that. It's there, it's clear, right? Tanzania, you need to build a pipeline all the way to Kenya. This is the cost, this is the timetable. And you prioritize, as an energy bank, you prioritize which projects you are going to fund. What is the timetable for that? It's simple, clear banking. And what is the collateral? They have the collateral as members of the energy bank, and they also have the collateral of their particular project, because that has value. So I don't see it as a problem of transparency, and I don't see it as a problem of banking confidence. I see it as a way forward to utilize the resources, which is a good idea, that the oil and gas producing countries have to help each other to grow their projects. It is clear. However, what it means for any country that hosts the bank is that they become the darling of the oil and gas countries in Africa, because they will be hosting, they will be promoting unity in their sector. And they will be the ones who will be attracting, all of their fellow oil and gas producers to their country and to their projects. They, in a sense, will probably have some priority say in projects, including their own. So if it's in Nigeria, for example, I will see Nigeria ensuring that, their projects are on the forefront of the oil and gas projects. Not to the detriment of others, but the fact that it's there, you find all the oil and gas producers will be coming to Nigeria, for example. They will be the ones bringing project ideas to the country and to the energy bank. They'll be the ones who will be depending on the oil and gas experts in that country to discuss. And so they become the reference point. Whoever and wherever the energy bank is, will become the reference point for oil and gas projects on the continent. So whoever takes the lead now and whoever is the resident country for the energy bank has many benefits, many benefits. Oil and gas experts, banking experts, project experts, and they will probably be the ones who will also benefit to participate in the projects.
Right. What a way to wrap up this conversation. We'd like to appreciate you for your time. I learned it's 3 a.m. or thereabouts, wherever you're joining us, and for you to have, stayed awake this time around to join us for this kind of conversation, it shows a level of commitment on your part. So we want to thank you for your submission, your intervention as regards issues related to Zimbabwe, Egypt, and by extension, African continent. Thank you for your time, Ambassador. Really appreciate it.
Well, I'm in Trinidad and Tobago, which is an oil and gas country as well. And just to let you know, the Trinidad model of gas, I brought it to Nigeria. So it's a country that you need to look at and what they have done over time with oil and gas. I'm here actually because of the oil spill in Tobago. and I'm looking into that. So I am committed to supporting your program and in areas that are very passionate for me, the energy bank and oil and gas, and also the currency for Africa as a Pan-Africanist. So thank you very much for having me, and I can go back to sleep now.
That's great. Kudos for the good work and keep up the commitment